guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be circling back to foster care. I realized after I got a question and a comment that I just kind of stopped posting about foster care, and I just kind of moved on with my content and didn't really give an update or anything like that as far as foster care. So that's what this video is today, to give you a really quick answer on whether I still do foster care or not. I still am a licensed foster care provider, I guess you would say, or foster care. I'm still licensed. If you've never seen any of my foster care videos, I think I posted about 4 videos when I was in the process, one when preparing for the home study, what happens when a placement comes, and what happens when a placement leaves. So if you have any questions about those 4 things, I do have videos already posted about that, and I'll try to link them down below so you can find them easier. But if you've never seen any of my foster care videos, last year in March, so it'll be a year next month, I became a licensed foster care. Last year wasn't really the smoothest year as far as my whole job situation. When I applied to foster care, I had been at my job for a couple years, and so I had been there long enough to where I was stable, and I was kind of if you will, on kind of, I guess, cruise control at that job. And I, based on what the hours were at the time, I felt that doing foster care would really fit really good for what I had going on at the time, for my hours. And if the foster child that I had required any visits or anything like that, I could easily do that and take on that responsibility based on my job and the hours that I had at the time. So probably about a month after I became licensed, I got laid off, and that really made me nervous, because in my situation with foster care, I can't speak for other people who do foster care or other areas or other regions or other states, but in my situation, I need to have a job. I have to be able to show that I can support not only myself, but a foster placement without the stipend that you get by having a foster placement. So that to me really made me nervous, because I didn't all of a sudden I didn't have income. So it took me about a month to find a job, and the job that I found, the hours were okay, but they weren't what I really needed. I could do it, but it just wasn't as easy as it could have been if I had been at the previous job. So I did require a lot of help. I didn't get my first placement until I think it was August, and I was still at this new job, and I made it work. The issue that I ran into was that this job that I was at, it required my relief care provider to be more involved than what I initially presented to them when I signed up. Though they were willing to help me on anything that I needed, it's just for me personally, I was I didn't ask them to be this involved, and this is something that I signed up for. And I started to kind of feel bad that I was depending on them so much. I asked them to be a relief care provider and not, in a sense, a co-parent in a way. They weren't my spouse or my partner, and so I kind of felt guilty about that. But I made it work. I had 2 placements. I didn't have either placement very long, but after my second placement left, that's when I decided it probably was okay. Let me back up. So after my second placement left, I did get a new job offer, and the job that I ended up taking, it was a job that I knew that I would be at long term, and I knew would be good for me and my career for the long-term future, and it would help me kind of be able to become a lot more established in my career, if that makes sense. The beginning part of my new job was had more of like an intensive structured training, and I felt that after my second placement it was smart to just take a break, because I felt like I needed to give this new job my full attention. Like I needed to make sure I learned everything that I needed to learn, and make sure that I basically proved to them that they, hired the right person. And so that was really my main focus, because it was a job that I really, really wanted for a long time. And that opportunity finally came, and I needed to take it, and I needed to show them that they hired the right person. I also thought of it in terms of, this is going to not only help me with future foster placements, but it's also going to help me in the future as far as the child that I, am able to adopt. It just really set me up more than any other job that I had up to then could have set me up for. So I just felt like it was smart to focus, smart to kind of earn some, I guess, like tenure, or like time off, so that whenever I came back to foster care and I needed to take those, when you first get your placement, you have to do doctor's appointments, or you have to do this, or you have to do that. And I wanted to make sure that I had the time to do that, to be able to take off and be able, to still like get paid. Like I didn't want to take time off and not have the time to take off, if that makes sense, because I didn't want it to look bad. Luckily my job is very supportive of the fact that I do foster care. But before I, got the job, whenever I like applied to the job, I didn't know that they were going to be as supportive as they are. And I also didn't want to expect that they were going to be as supportive as they are. Because at the end of the day, like if you really think about it, they don't have to be supportive at all. So like I kind of tried to go into it in the mindset that they weren't going to be supportive, because if they weren't, I was just going to have to make it work. So I kind of went into it with that mindset, just to make sure that if that really was the reality, that it wouldn't be a shock. But luckily they are very supportive, and as long as I'm able to communicate to them the things that I need, then they're willing to work with me on, if anything, comes up that I need to get accomplished with foster care, I'm able to do that. So I did take about, hold on. Okay, that was weird. So I did take about a 3 to 4 month break, and wanted to make sure that I was acclimated to the job. I kind of made sure that I worked out all the kinks, and made sure that, like I said, have the time. If I needed to take off, I have the time to take off. And I just wanted to make sure that I was putting myself in a better position, in a more stable position. And I feel like I've accomplished that. So now I feel like it's good for me to return to accepting placements. So I just need to finish one more class, and then I need to have a walkthrough. And a walkthrough is just essentially like a shorter home study. They just kind of come to your house and just make sure that you're still in compliance, that your house is still in compliance. So they basically just check and make sure the cabinets that need to be locked are locked, check your fire extinguisher, check your smoke detectors. If you have firearms, that they are stored properly. Make sure medicine are stored properly. So basically they just come and just like, literally they just like walk through your house and make sure that all of that, is in order. And then if they have any like questions or anything specific, like they want you to show them specific things, they'll have you show that to them. But I literally have like one more class and a walkthrough left, and then I should be back open and I will be back accepting placements. But yeah, that was what happened. I'm sorry that I didn't update you guys. I didn't even realize. I just kind of like pivoted in the moment. But yeah, it was just a situation where I was in a position to where I needed to set myself up in a better position, and I just took some time away. But yeah, I've rambled. I hope you guys forgive me, and I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel. I thank each and every one of you, and even if you're not subscribed, I thank you too for even taking the time out of your day to support my channel by, giving it a view, or 5 views, 10 views, however many times you view my channel. Thank you. But my subscribers, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for your support. If there are any questions that you have about foster care, or any topics you would like me to address about foster care, leave them in the comments down below and I will answer them. If it's a topic that I'm not quite ready to answer, or because I haven't experienced it enough yet, I will let you know, and then I will plan that video for in the future, because there's some things that you don't expect with, that's a good video topic, is things that I didn't expect with foster care. Like, they tell you all the things that could happen and would happen, but you don't really take it in until you experience it. I think that would be a good next video for foster care, because I was told in training, but to actually go through it, it kind of hit me more than some things hit me more than I thought they would. So I think I'll do that video as my next foster care video, some things that I didn't expect. So I'm planning that video out, write some things down, and then that'll be our next foster care video. But if you have any other questions or anything that you want to know, or any questions about the foster care experience in general, then just leave them down in the comments down below, and we'll either do a video about it, or I'll answer your comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.